Number 83, the graph above gives the velocity v in feet per second of a car for t's in between 0 to 8, where t is the time in seconds. Of the following, which is the best estimate for the distance traveled by the car from t is equal to 0 until the car comes to a complete stop, aka right around t is equal to 8. So long story short, they gave you the velocity graph and they want you to find the distance. What is this? Just area under the curve, right? Just the integral. The problem is, yes, we are allowed to use our calculator, but we don't have the function available, so we can't really punch anything in. So what do? We just kind of have to estimate it. And what's the best tool to do that in AP Calculus AB? Riemann sum, right? More specifically, what's the most accurate Riemann sum out of the left and midpoint and the right? Well, probably the midpoint, right? Because a lot of the times, the right Riemann can overestimate, left Riemann can underestimate, or vice versa, depending on what the concavity is. But long story short, midpoint is going to kind of balance those out, right? So let's go ahead and use the midpoint. And I'm just going to go ahead and have, I don't know, 4 subintervals, so like 4 rectangles. And I'm going to draw it like this. So midpoint, kind of like that. And then the next one would look kind of like this. Next one would kind of look like that. And then the next one will kind of look like this, right? And let's go ahead and estimate it. What is that? It's like 49 or something. So 49 by 2, that's 98. And then the next one, that's 40 by 2, so that's going to be 80. And the next one, what is that, like 12 by 2, so 24. And next one, I'm going to call that like 4 by 2, so like 8. So if you guys just add them all up in your calculator, you will get something like 210, which is pretty goddamn, that's like almost, you know, the accurate answer, which is answer choice D. And once again, some people might go, but don't you have to double check to make sure you didn't overestimate or underestimate? Once again, that was the point for me to use my midpoint Riemann sum, right? I didn't want to worry about it, so I wanted to use the best estimate, which happens to be the midpoint, which is why I feel pretty confident about my answer choice D, 210 feet.